break the pattern before it becomes your life. You've lived this year before, maybe not this exact one, but you know the shape of it. You make new promises in January, then slide back to all your old habits by March. It's the same you, doing the same old things, just in different clothes. If you think it's willpower you need, you're wrong. You don't need more motivation. What you need is to stop being the person who only tries new plans instead of actually changing from within. So today we're doing this differently. No hype, no quick trick, just a 6-month blueprint that rebuilds who you are from the ground up. And it starts with a question you're not going to like. Chapter 1. The real problem. Think about the last time you actually tried to change something. You had a plan. You were fired up for a couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months. Then, without even noticing when it happened, you were right back where you started. Here's the thing. That didn't happen because you're a failure. It happened because your identity never changed, so your results couldn't either. You can read every book, download every app, watch every video on this exact topic, and you'll still land in the same spot. Because the person doing all that reading is still the person who quits the moment it gets hard. You were running a brand new plan through the same old version of yourself, and that version was never built to finish anything. So here's the real question. What actually needs to change? You're about to find out. Chapter 2. Transform your identity. Here's what actually needs to change. Your self-image. Most people think it works like this: you act differently for long enough, and eventually you turn into a different person. Go to the gym enough times and one day you just feel like an athlete. Show up to write enough times and one day you feel like a writer. It's actually the other way around. The people who follow through don't wait for proof first. They decide who they are, then act like it's already true. So this is where the 6 months really starts. Stop telling yourself you're trying to get disciplined, or you're working on your focus. Every time you say that, you're basically voting for the old version of you to stick around a little longer. Instead, ask yourself one question before every choice. What would the person I'm trying to become actually do right now? Would he skip the workout or push through it? Would he scroll for 20 more minutes or shut the app? Ask yourself these questions every time you feel yourself slipping, and you'll already know what needs to be done. Identity isn't something you feel your way into. It's something you decide, over and over, until your brain finally stops fighting with you about it. And once you've decided who you are, your body is about to test whether you actually mean it. Chapter 3. Transform your body. Your body is honestly the fastest, cheapest way to prove to yourself that your word actually means something. Here's the deal for the next 6 months. Train at least 4 times a week. Doesn't need to be some brutal 2-hour session, just something that requires real effort. On top of that, get your steps in too, somewhere around 8 to 10,000 a day. Because moving your body keeps your head clear in a way sitting on a couch never will. And actually eat enough protein. Because you can't run a sharp, focused mind on a body running on garbage. None of this is really about how you look. Here's why it actually matters. Every single time you show up for a workout you didn't feel like doing, you're proving something to your own brain that when you say you'll do a thing, you actually go do it. And every time you bail because you're tired or busy, you're proving the opposite, that your word to yourself doesn't actually mean anything. Do this for 6 months, even on the days you really don't want to. And it changes more than your body. It changes how you carry yourself, how you focus, how you hold up under pressure. But none of that matters if what we're about to talk about next is already working against you. Chapter 4. Change your surroundings. It's your environment, and it's probably working against you more than you realize. You can want discipline with everything you've got, but if your phone's sitting face up right next to your bed, if your desk looks like a junk drawer, if the very first thing you see every morning is a mess, you're already fighting a fight you rigged against yourself. So here's what to do for the next 6 months. Make your surroundings do some of the work for you. Clean up your workspace. Get rid of the apps that hijack your attention. And leave your phone charging in another room so the first hour of your day actually belongs to you instead of some notification. Also pay attention to who's allowed in your space. Not just physically, but mentally as well. You don't actually need more discipline here. You need less stuff working against you in the first place. Change the room, and the habit gets a whole lot easier to change with it. And once your surroundings finally stop fighting you, a bigger question shows up. What are you actually going to do with all that extra time and energy you just got back? Chapter 5. Build a high-value skill. So what are you going to do? Here's the honest answer for most people: they'll spend it consuming, scrolling through everyone else's progress instead of actually building their own. So instead of wasting your time doing that, pick one skill that's actually worth something and go all in on it for the next 6 months. Could be copywriting, could be sales, coding, or public speaking. Honestly, it doesn't matter which one, as long as it moves your life forward instead of just filling up your evening. In fact, learning isn't even the goal. You can watch every tutorial out there and read every guide, and none of that actually makes you good at anything. The only thing that actually builds real skill is putting something out into the world and letting people judge it. Write the thing, post it, pitch it to someone, see what doesn't land, fix it, and go again. That cycle of doing it, getting feedback, and adjusting will teach you more in a single month than a year of just watching and reading ever will. Basically, 6 months of actually producing and not just consuming is what makes you dangerous. But here's the catch. You can nail everything we've just talked about and still get dragged right back down if the people around you are still living in the old pattern. Chapter 6. Upgrade your circle. Here's the thing about your social circle: you can't out-discipline it. If the people you're spending most of your time with are complaining, settling, and comfortable staying exactly where they are, some part of you is going to feel like that's allowed too. That doesn't mean you need to cut everyone off. It just means paying attention to where your energy actually goes. Notice who leaves you feeling drained after every single conversation, and who leaves you wanting to go do something with your life. Then spend more time around that second group, even if it means going out and finding new rooms to be in, whether that's a community, a mentor, or just people already doing what you're trying to do. And when you're in those rooms, give value before you ask for anything. Be genuinely useful. Share what you're learning. Help people before you need their help. That's actually how real relationships and networks get built. Remember, you can transform your identity, your body, your environment, and your skills over these 6 months, and still watch it all collapse under the weight of the wrong people standing next to you. So protect your circle like it decides your ceiling, because honestly, it does. Which brings us to the only real question left. The next 6 months are happening either way. The only question is who's still standing at the end of them, the same you, or the one who finally broke the pattern.